Your hair's not poofy, your hair's not frizzy, you don't have bad hair. You have wavy curly hair, my friend. Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're brand new here, well, a dear sweet friend probably shared this video with you, and they're trying to tell you something. And if you've been hanging out with me for a little bit here on the internet, go ahead and share this video right here with that friend that you haven't had the heart to tell yet that they have wavy curly hair, that they don't have bad hair, that there is a whole brand new wonderful world of wavy curly wonder out there for them to explore. My name's Courtney, and back in 2018, I discovered that I had wavy curly hair. A dear sweet coworker came into work one day, and I'm telling you guys, she had the world's most perfect, glorious ringlets. And she told me about this thing called the Curly Girl Method, and I dove off into the deep end of learning everything there is about wavy curly hair science, products, formulations, all the stuff and things. And ever since then, I have been doing my absolute best to be as helpful as humanly possible to you while you embrace the hair that you are fearfully and wonderfully made with. So here are 8 signs that your hair is actually wavy curly. 1, you have frizz-prone hair. It doesn't matter what you do to it, it is always slightly frizzy. This is 100% a sign that you have some sort of texture in your hair. If your hair is 100% naturally straight, you're not going to have this tendency to frizz. Number 2, when you shampoo, condition, rinse your hair, towel dry it, and then brush it out straight and let it air dry, it looks like this. It has the odd bend and kink in it. It's definitely not wavy curly. There's not like a consistent pattern of curls happening here, but there's definitely something going on because the hair's not straight. Maybe you said to yourself, I just have the odd bend and kink in my hair. Perhaps you said, well, parts of my hair are kind of wavy, but then other parts of my hair are like totally straight. You have waves and curls. Number 3, let's say you have shampooed and conditioned your hair, rinsed all that out, and lo and behold, you look down and you start to see curls forming in the lengths of your hair, maybe just slight waves, or perhaps a day at the pool. Water helps the hair clump together, and when there are several strands of hair clumped together that have the same curl pattern, they have enough structure and support to go ahead and form that wavelet, ringlet, curlet. So if you see waves or curls when your hair is soaking wet, but then it dries and it just goes completely weird, you still have wavy curly hair. Number 4, you have been told that you have dry hair, and or you have said, I just have crazy dry hair. You've tried all the moisturizing shampoos, you've tried all the deep conditioning masks and leave-in conditioners, and no matter what you do, your hair is still dry. Why? Probably because there's some wave and curl hiding underneath the dryness, just waiting to be discovered. Hair that has some natural bend to it, some natural texture, will be slightly more prone to and susceptible to dryness. And typically, the tighter the curl pattern, the more dry the hair can be. But this is not always true, not always the case. I have come across some people with some beautiful S waves that have incredibly dry hair. The trick with wavy curly hair is making sure that it is adequately conditioned and moisturized so that the natural curl pattern can fully shine through. Also, side note, if you are struggling with incredibly dry hair, there is a distinct possibility that you are dealing with some serious product buildup. I would actually recommend grabbing something like the Pantene Volume Shampoo or the Bumble & Bumble Sunday Shampoo, cleansing your hair not once, but twice. Yes, I know, Peoples with dry hair, this is your worst fear because your hair will feel like utter straw when you're done. And then I want you to put a really nourishing, moisturizing deep conditioner on your head, put a plastic shower cap on, then wrap your head up in a terry cloth towel to trap in the heat and let it sit for 30 minutes. Please, I beg you. This is something that helps people with dry hair so incredibly much. Number 5, your hair tangles super duper easily. For me personally, this was one of the biggest tells that I actually had wavy curly hair. Turns out that as wavy curly hair is more susceptible to dryness, the drier it gets, the more susceptible it is to breakage and damage to the hair cuticle. Why? Because our hair isn't actually naturally perfectly straight. So what do? We grab blow dryers and flat irons and heat style our hair to the heavens to get it to lay down nice and straight so that we will have nice hair. I have some thoughts about the concept of straight hair being nice hair, but anyway, so for me personally, my hair was actually incredibly damaged, not only from years of heat styling, even though I was using a heat protectant every single time, there was still lots and lots and lots of heat damage on my hair. There was mechanical damage on my hair due to like the constant pulling and brushing, trying to pull my hair into a straight style, even though that's not where it wants to live naturally. So if you are dealing with extreme tangles and breakage, it's quite possible that the underlying root cause of your tendency to tangle is actually due to the fact that you have hidden waves and curls underneath all of that, just waiting for you, begging to be set free. Number 6, your hair poofs in humidity. In fact, if you have ever gotten up, shampooed, conditioned, put the heat protectant in, started blow drying your hair, round brushing it straight for the perfect blowout, and then heard the pitter patter of rain on your roof and felt like crying because you knew that all of that work that you put in to make your hair have the perfect blowout was down the drain, it's because you have wavy curly hair. Yes, I know there are products out there now that are specifically formulated to keep your hair from poofing and frizzing in humidity, but guess what? People whose hair is truly naturally straight, their hair doesn't poof in humidity. My favorite example of this is Monica Geller in Friends.
It's the humidity!
So if you're that person that worries every time it rains because it might mess up your hair, or when you go to the beach, your hair becomes really wavy, but when I go home, my hair is straight. My friend, you know the drill. Your hair's actually wavy curly. Number 7, your hair naturally has tons of volume. In fact, you're one of those people who is constantly fighting the volume in your hair and trying to get it to be nice and sleek and smooth and straight, but no matter how hard you try, the bigger your hair gets. Those are curls, my friend. Those are curls that you're smushing. Don't smush your curls. Your curls are great. It's just learning how to work with them to make them look fantastic. You will never fight the volume in your hair again. In fact, you will lean into it with everything you have because volume is life. Also, P.S., that is not something that was a tell for me. I have always had hair that wants to be heavier and lay next to my head. So if you don't have a volume issue, if you're not fighting volume in your hair constantly, you may still have wavy curly hair. And lastly, number 8 is your hair resists holding the straight style. Let's say you have done that glorious blowout. The weather is perfect, the humidity is just right. And still, 2 hours later, it is not where you left it. It's doing things that you didn't expect it to do. Perhaps you missed that one section right in the back of your head, and when you happen to see the back of your head at the end of the day, for whatever reason, you notice those bendy wavies right at the back of your head. because you missed heat styling them to make them smooth and straight. It's because you have wavy curly hair. And that is it, my friends. That right there is the 8 things that I can think of that are hidden secret signs that you may actually have wavy curly hair and you may have never known it. There is a reason I spent so many years thinking that I just had bad hair, that I had weird hair, that I had kind of maybe wavy hair. Like, not really, because there were other sections of my hair that were totally straight. And yeah, sure, my hair was super tangly and like got split ends and breakage absolutely constantly, even though I was doing the right stuff by using heat protectants and being gentle with my heat styling and only blow drying my hair. I wasn't really even flat ironing it all that much. I am forever grateful to that coworker for telling me about this thing called the Curly Girl Method, which is a way of caring for and nurturing and nourishing wavy curly hair that allows you to embrace it and actually enjoy wearing your hair. Now, since that time, I have kind of stopped using the Curly Girl Method rules to an absolute T to care for my hair. If you're interested in learning more about how I have gotten the absolute best out of my wavy curly hair, you might want to go ahead and subscribe and click that notification bell. I would really be honored to hang out with you again here on this channel. Caring for wavy curly hair doesn't have to be super complicated or hard, but it is a process. So I have a test for you. Here, if you want to know, Courtney, do I actually have wavy curly hair? This is what I need you to do. Use the shampoo and the conditioner you have, girl. Like, don't run out and buy anything right now. But what you will need is a gel. Forget the curl cream. We'll worry about curl cream later. Run to the Dollar Tree. Get you that LA Looks Sports Gel. Get your hands on some sort of gel. Then, when your hair is completely and utterly soaking wet, I want you to glaze the gel over and scrunch it into your hair gently. Don't squeeze all that water out of your hair, because remember what I said earlier, water helps your hair clump together. The gel is just going to lock that in place. Take your time, squish and pulse that gel into your hair. Make sure to squish all the way to the roots of your hair. Take your time. I know it's scary. The first time I did it, I was like, ooh, this is goopy. This is goopy gel, and it is sticky, and it's gonna make my hair icky. Trust me, water. The water in your hair is going to help this product go into each and every single one of your curl clumps and help them hold and retain their shape. Then, my friends, do not grab a towel. I will come for you if you get a towel. Instead, grab your favorite old t-shirt. Well, maybe not your favorite old t-shirt. Just grab an old t-shirt and gently scrunch the excess water out of your hair. We're not gonna worry about plopping yet. There's time for that later. Curl creams and hair popping can come later. Yes, I said plop. So if you're brand new here and have never heard the word plop, it's not as gross as it sounds. Scrunch that excess water out of your hair. Then, if you have a blow dryer, there's a good chance that it came with one of these things and you shoved it in the back of your cabinet, not sure if you'd ever actually use it. Now's the time. Turn that puppy on and just hover it. No, you are not gonna scoop it and smash your curls, especially if you're trying this for the first time. Why? Because it will create a lot of frizz. And hair that has been heat styled for a very long time, those curl clumps, those curl families are incredibly fragile. In fact, it's like the first time they're sitting around the family dinner table in a very long time and it feels very awkward and nobody knows what to talk about. And the only thing you can think about talking about is religion and politics, and that's not what you talk about at family dinners when you haven't gotten together in a very long time. That is what curl families are like when you are in this thing called the transition phase. Yes, keep that term in your mind. What that refers to is the period of time in between heat styling your hair on a regular, consistent basis and going to embracing your waves and curls and your hair becoming fully healed and 100% healthy, there's this period from point A to point B. And guess what? It is not a week. It is not a month. Most people, it takes months, plural, sometimes years to get out of the transition phase. It takes a long time to heal all that damage. You didn't get your hair to this place overnight. It probably took it a very long time. So it takes a very long time for your hair to fully heal. For my hair to look like this with just one styler and like boom, 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 done in 30 minutes. I've been doing this since 2018, guys. It's now 2024. How did we get here? Has it been that long? Anyway, so no, you are not gonna pixie diffuse, meaning scoop your curls up with the diffuser, even though that's literally how you see every other person on the internet telling you to dry your hair. No, hover diffuse. Please. While you're drying your hair, you're gonna kind of just move it, and guess what? I'm gonna give you one. Even though your hair's in transition, you can turn the blow dryer up to high speed and high heat. You will want something to do during this process because it is tedious and boring. I recommend an audiobook or a podcast while you're drying your hair. You can gently move your hair from side to side to side until you feel that your hair is roughly 90% dry, and then you're gonna stop. You don't have to dry it all the way. What you're gonna do then is you're gonna let it finish air drying. And yes, because you used gel, which has lots of hold, which is really actually quite nice for hair that's in transition, and those curl families are really fragile and they don't wanna hang out together. It forces the love, guys. It forces them together and makes them be friends. Your hair will be in this crispy thing called a cast. You're gonna let it sit in that cast for as long as you can stand it. And then you're going to scrunch your hair one more time to break the cast. And that is where the magic happens. That is where we wait for the drum roll, scrunch out the cast, and ta-da! Revealed the soft, luscious waves. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. This, you may recognize this picture because it may have been in the video already, is what my hair looked like when I was first styling my hair. I know, it's not that cute. It's okay, it's okay. 2018 Courtney was trying. It's not gonna look amazing, but it will show you like 1% inkling into the window of what your hair can one day become. Now, I know my hair is shorter right now. I donated my hair and I'm currently growing my hair back out. Donating your hair is really, really fun. I've never gotten a chance to do that. Why? Because my hair was never healthy enough to donate. But since learning how to take care of it, because now I know it's wavy curly, I got to donate my hair for the first time in my life and I loved it. But it's short right now, so it's not really showing the full effect. So let me show you what my hair looked like when it was fully grown out, 100% out of transition, and the absolute longest and healthiest it's ever been. All right, guys, Courtney has rambled on long enough. Don't forget, send this video to a friend. Encourage them to at least give this a shot. It has been one of those things that in my life has somehow been one of the most transformative things I have ever done. To go from thinking I had bad hair to realizing that no, I didn't have bad hair, it's just wavy curly and it needs to be treated differently. And why don't I love on it and nourish it and like be nice to it and kind of like embrace it, and oh my goodness, it kind of looks cute now, and oh my goodness, it's looking even cuter, and oh my goodness, I'm actually fearfully and wonderfully made. There's not something wrong with how I was created. I'm not broken. I'm not defective. This thing about me that I thought was bad is actually quite beautiful. We need to share that with a lot of people. There are a lot of people out there that need that. So do me a favor and share this video with that friend that you've got. As always, I sure hope you are having an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.